There was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about in regards to college football, and it has nothing to do with football, really. There's an epidemic currently of players simulating gunplay after making a good play, and it's
I saw that dude. He went, yeah, 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 yeah.
bro. It's because it's so there was the guy you're talking about, Dylan Stewart, South Carolina, who's a fucking monster, by the way. He's a true freshman, and he's going to be
Mhm.
top 10 pick in a couple years. He sacks Jackson Dart, gets up, and immediately like points like a machine gun directly in his face, and like he's shooting him.
Yeah.
Then there was a guy from Minnesota who made a good play, and he pulls his jersey up like he's showing a gun in his waistband.
Oh, that's old. That's old.
And the ref said personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct,
Here we
simulating
go.
brandishing a weapon.
Here we go. Old
He said
motherfuckers in
that,
committee
Yeah, the ref
ruining
said it.
fun again. Oh my
There was
god.
another guy who did, but it seems like everywhere recently it's just become like you make a good play, you pull out a gun.
So I think there's a horrible way to phrase it, but I hear what you're saying. I think those had like like the lifting the shirt. There was cats doing that when I was in the league, and I'm pretty sure they did it when I was in college too. That's old. Like it's just old. Like it's just amazing to me that we're gonna give a shit about or pretend to give a shit about America being a gun culture. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a gun. This is a gun. Y'all should be celebrating this shit.
I don't
Hey, how do you
necessarily.
know? How do you know this man didn't have a legal imaginary weapon?
I'm
You know
all
what I mean?
for legal firearm ownership. I don't
Then let
necessarily
these
think. I
let
just think it's funny and that this has become. It seems like this year it's far more prevalent than it has
let's
been.
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just. I love it. I love it. It's just a bunch of kids having fun, man. It's just a bunch of kids having fun, and these old motherfuckers with these rules need to die. All of them. Maybe not die. That's harsh. That's kind of harsh. But like
retire.
maybe like a stroke or something, and then they have to go deal with the rest of their lives, and they don't want to oversee a committee anymore. Maybe a stroke. Maybe like a car wreck and just a leg broke or something like that. It's something
You
bad, but
can be
not
on. You can do
something.
your job with a broken leg.
But you gotta take a leave of absence for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah, I think all of them just need to go away, bro. Congress, fuck out of here. NCAA committee, fuck out of here. All of these motherfuckers, man. I think it's harmless. I think kids are always gonna be kids, and anything that is like if somebody does something and they nice with it, it's gonna be a trendy, especially for the younger kids. So now the younger kids are gonna see that, and it's gonna be dope to them, right? But it's just like a little trend, like the double and trusting to do with a triple mouthpiece the other day.
3.
I don't I don't get. Yeah, it's only
I've
three.
seen 2.
He had one in and he had two hanging. I was like,
That's
hey, yo, fam,
crazy.
like he likes options. He likes options. But I don't understand it. Like as an older cat, you know what I'm saying? If I was to be around them, they'd be calling me Unc and OG, right? I'd be like, what the fuck is it for? I'm sure they have an explanation, but I assume it's just drip. I assume they feel like it's stylish, but that's how we did. Like when we was coming up, we had little things that the older cats was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You don't know nothing about this," and I don't, and it's
What
not
was
for
your
me.
thing?
Like we used to have like scrunchies. So like we would take females, this was in high school. We would take females hair ties, what we call them scrunchies, and we would put them up in and fold and roll our jerseys up because they was a little bigger back then. And then we would like spat was not as prevalent as was back then. So we used to get like shit about spatting up just for looks though. It wasn't for any kind of like protection. Spat wasn't a thing. What else? Towels. Towels. When I was in college, only two people could have a towel, the center and the quarterback. But I used to do a towel every game, and then the ref would eventually take it every single game. And they started noticing. They're like, we're gonna penalize you if you keep wearing the towel. And I'm like, it's crazy. I touched the ball 20 times a game. Why can't I wipe my hands? Made no fucking sense. Now everybody can have a towel. Like the
I have a
majority of
question.
rules, huh?
Where you were wearing gloves, right?
Yeah.
So then what's the point of a towel? Would you
To
take
wipe
the
the
gloves
gloves off.
off? Or you wipe the
No, to wipe the
gloves?
gloves off. Yeah, gloves get wet as well. Gloves get
Okay,
grass on
I
them. Gloves
guess,
get
yeah.
rocks and dirt and stuff. You got to wipe that shit off. Absolutely. But again, it's people that have never played football making up rules about football. And even some cats that did, they be on this like whole like do it the right, tuck your shirt in bullshit. Like shut the stupid. It's whack.
I feel like a lot of that has gone away. Like, you don't have to tuck your jersey in. You can do,
As it should.
you can wear like 8 mouthpieces if you want.
Man,
It's
dude.
just the unsportsmanlike conduct shit they're cracking down on.
I think that should be done away with. That whole rule, unsportsmanlike conduct. It's just, it sounds very lame.
It does sound lame.
Like imagine like you hooping, at the 24-hour fitness, and the dude was like, "Hey man, that's unsportsmanlike." You'd be like, "Yo, shut the fuck up talking to me and check the ball up." You know what I mean? Like it's very lame. Nobody gonna want to pick him. It's corny, unsportsmanlike. It is what it is. If you have a sack, if you sack somebody, do whatever you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it looks cool, sometimes it looks whack. That's sports, man. Let these kids be kids, bro. I don't know. I feel strongly about old motherfuckers in committees, man.
I agree for the most part.
What's the line you draw?
I don't like celebrating and all that shit. I don't really care. I would prefer those penalties don't exist rather than be enforced like super heavily. I think there's definitely like if run onto the other team's sideline and start like pushing people around and like then yeah maybe that should be a flag. But short of that, like
okay, inciting a riot. Yeah, I feel you. We gotta draw a line.
yeah,
I'll draw a line.
but like short of that, like if you're celebrating, do whatever you want. Don't let them score.
And then they won't celebrate, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Well, I remember we was playing. I was so mad. We was playing Kentucky, and it was like 4 overtimes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the 3rd overtime, and I had, we had scored, and we had to go for 2, and so I got a handoff, and I went off to the left side, and the dude like kind of undercut my leg, and I didn't make it, and I just had got up and kind of like flung the ball, like, you know what I'm saying? We in the middle of like, if we win this game, we go to the SEC championship, where like it's all heightened. So like I got up and I kind of I didn't throw it at anybody. I was like, threw it against the wall. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Mad I didn't score. And then the ref threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. So the next possession, we started at the 40. Like that type shit just needs that, like a passionate young kid in the middle of a game upset. Like you're insane. Like you didn't make your varsity club. That's what that was.
Wait, so
But anyways,
was that after a touchdown?
it was after a touchdown. We was trying to score. We have to go for 2 after a certain amount of overtimes.
Oh, you didn't
then
get the 2.
Yeah, I didn't get
Got
the
it.
2, and I threw the ball. And then, but dope, the next play, it was like a 40-yard strike. Eric Ames threw it to Quentin Hancock, and we ended up winning. But still, I see little shit like that happen all the time, bro. Let these kids be kids.
A 2-point conversion away from a win in an SEC East title, Tennessee gave the ball to Arian Foster. He was forced outside but ran out of room. A frustrated Foster tossed the ball across the field, earning a 15-yard penalty that would be enforced the following possession.
Yeah, across the field is very heavy. Like across is doing a lot of lifting in that sentence. You know what I mean? Like it was. I kind of like just threw it. Like I was pissed, bro.
27 carries, 118 yards that game.
Yeah, it was one of them tough games, man. Cold as shit. It was actually my favorite college game I ever played in. So fun.
That's back when college overtime was awesome, but then we fucking got rid of it because of one game that was incredible.
Committees, big T.
Yep. No, I agree.
We need to make a committee, anti-committee committee.
ACC.
I like that.
The real ACC.
The real ACC. I like that. And we're like the HOA. Nobody governs us, and we just go and put sanctions on committees. Any committee.